Hello, I'm going to do a week in outfits video. Going forward, I'd quite like to do a week in outfits video every week because for several reasons. I personally really enjoy watching this style of video. I think it's a really good way to gather inspiration, especially when you're in a rut with your wardrobe or feeling a bit fed up with it. I think watching someone else's outfits is really helpful because a lot of the time I'll see pieces that are very similar to what I already own being styled in a different way. So it's a really good way to like reinvigorate your love for your own current wardrobe without feeling the need to go out and shop for new things. So yeah, I thought it could be quite interesting for you watching if I did this weekly. And also, I think it could be quite beneficial for me as a way to almost take stock of what it is I'm wearing the most, what it is I'm drawn to, any sort of dressing habits and patterns. Like obviously I am very like aware of my personal style and I know what I like and I know what I don't like, but I just thought maybe reflecting on it in video form each week might be quite an interesting exercise for me. So hopefully this will be a beneficial thing for both you and I for me to do every week. So today's Tuesday and I feel like I'm wearing quite a smart outfit for a Tuesday, especially because the only reason I need to leave the house today is to go to the post office to post some Depop stuff. So nothing very exciting and nothing that warrants a smart outfit. But at the moment I'm really into like tonal dressing, especially head to toe navy. And when I'm really into something, or like when I'm really into wearing something, I'll just wear it regardless of the occasion, hence why I'm wearing this today. This might be showing up as like black on the camera, but what I'm wearing is all navy. This shirt is from COS, and this is actually a long line shirt. It comes down to about here, and I've tucked it into a pair of trousers and it's worked quite well, because normally when I tuck long, like quite long tops into trousers, they tend to sort of like ruck up around here and you get a bit of a funny sort of shape around your legs. But I think because the trousers I'm wearing are so like big and wide and the shirt is quite like soft and flowy, it sits quite nicely underneath these trousers. Love the sleeves on this shirt because I'm not really someone who particularly likes to have my upper arms out too much, so a longer sleeve is preferable for me. These come down to about my elbows. I think if you're a bit taller than me, the sleeves would probably sit slightly higher. And I just like how wide and loose they are. I like the sort of boxy silhouette that the sleeves create. And then the trousers are from the Frankie shop. I'm just going to move the camera down actually so you can see them a little bit better. Okay, hopefully you can see them a little bit better now. So yeah, they're a pleated, I guess, wide leg trouser with pockets. Believe it or not, I didn't have to get these tailored. They fit me so well right off the peg. Really good length, fit really nicely around my back, around my bum, and really good on the waist. I'm going to be completely transparent here and just sort of touch on my feelings towards the Frankie shop, because I am a little bit skeptical about their transparency and their ethics, and through a little bit of research and from shopping the Frankie shop previously over the past year or so, I think that what the Frankie shop basically are doing is marketing themselves as a brand, so putting these clothes on their website and marketing them as their own brand. But what they are doing is actually buying these items in bulk from like Chinese factories that just sell to big wholesalers. Because basically I've bought a few things from the Frankie shop in the past and they've all had quite weird labels in the back, and then they've been putting Frankie shop labels over the top of them. And yeah, I'm just a bit like, a bit unsure what's going on. And then when I went on their website to try find any sort of information on like where the clothes have come from, the designs, any sort of transparency, there is zero information. And also, it's really expensive. These were £130, and honestly, they don't feel like a £130 pair of trousers. They feel more like a £70 pair of COS trousers. Don't get me wrong, they're lovely. They look lovely, they feel lovely, they fit really well, but they just don't seem like £130 worth of trousers to me. So for those two reasons, I don't think I will purchase from the Frankie shop from now on, or at least not until they are maybe a little bit more transparent about their practices and like where the clothes come from. But I will let you make your own judgment on the Frankie shop. I mean, the website's gorgeous. There's some stunning things on there. They make it look amazing, but I just don't think, I think it's all a bit smoke and mirrors basically. And then for shoes, I'm wearing these Muji trainers. I don't know if I've spoken about these before on here. I've raved about them on Instagram. They're just a plain white canvas trainer. They've got no branding on them and the canvas is quite thick. And I really like these because there's something a little bit nostalgic about them. I think it's because they kind of remind me of the gym trainers I wore when I did PE at high school. But they're super comfy and just love that there's zero branding and they're really plain. Oh. And then I've got some white ankle socks on with them. So I mean, I could talk about ankle socks for a good 5-10 minutes. You might have seen on Instagram that I have been on the hunt for like the perfect white ankle sock for ages. And Muji do them, but I think they sold out or they stopped stocking them. So the hunt started again. And if you live in the UK and you're also on the hunt for a white ankle sock, get yourself to Marks and Spencer's because these are awesome. They're called the anklet and they're pretty spot on. Because I'm going out, I'm just going to pop a trench over the top of this. This trench is from COS. I got it in sale about a month or so ago. I've worn it so much. And then for my bag, I'm going to use the Muji tote. This tote is so good because first of all, the handles feel like they're indestructible. I feel like I could put an absolute ton of stuff in this and it would withhold. There's also some great compartments at the front here. There's like an inside pocket and then obviously the main pocket. And what I like about this is the handle length. So as someone who is quite short, I can never really carry a tote bag down by my side because they tend to just drag on the floor. But this one, perfect. I can just hold it and it does not touch the floor. And also I can still fit it underneath my arm. It's a little bit of a squeeze when I've got a coat on, but you can get it under there. So I went out this morning, got absolutely rained on, but I was wearing the exact same things I wore yesterday, so I just didn't bother to film it. There wasn't any point. I'm back home now and I'm in my comfy clothes, or my house clothes as I like to call them, and this is pretty much me in for the day because it's pouring with rain now and I don't really fancy going out again. So I thought I'd show you what it is that I normally lounge around the house in, because when I did my clothing care video, a lot of people said they'd like to see my house clothes. So this is like a typical outfit that I would wear around the house when it's a little bit chilly, it's a bit of a gloomy day. And my sort of loungewear will always consist of like a nice, I guess, knitted jogging bottom and a sweatshirt. So this navy sweatshirt is from, I want to say it's either from Kmart or Big W in Australia. I'll tell you a little bit of backstory about this jumper. So when we went to Australia for Christmas, we went to the Blue Mountains, and if you've been to the Blue Mountains, you'll know that it can actually get quite cold up there because you are so high up. So when it rains, or if it's a little bit of a gloomy grey day, the temperature does drop quite rapidly. And because we went at Christmas, I hadn't really packed any knitwear or jumpers or anything. I pretty much just packed like for hot weather. So I was like, I need to get a jumper, I need something because I was so cold. And we went to, I'm pretty sure it was Big W in town, and this jumper was in the school uniform section, and it fits so well. I think it was like age 12 to 13, and like The sleeves fit really well, it's really good on the shoulders, like it's a really nice jumper. So now I use it as my round the house jumper, and I do wear it out as well. And then my bottoms are a pair of like knitted jogging bottoms from the White Company, and I believe these are like a cashmere blend, so they're not 100% cashmere, but they're super soft and really comfy. I think I got them a couple of years ago because I used to work there, so I was able to take advantage of the discount. But the White Company always tend to do stuff like this each year. The White Company in general are just really good for loungewear, but like elevated loungewear, you know, it's the kind of nice loungewear that you don't mind being seen in. These are super comfy. The only downside to them is that you do get a bit of a saggy knee, but that is just like, it's just a given with stuff like this. I don't mind too much. I mean, it goes away when you wash them again. And then my flip-flops. I've been wearing flip-flops around the house loads recently, and I think it's just because they're so easy to just like slip on and off, and because we have wooden floors, we have a wooden floor and a concrete floor downstairs, sometimes walking around in barefoot can feel a little bit like it's not always that pleasant, and if I don't want to wear socks, I just pop on my flip-flops. I've been sued for help of Dean to film today's outfit because I thought this might be a bit more interesting than me constantly using the mirror. Today's outfit is from Arquette, both the jeans and the t-shirt from Arquette, because I'm actually doing some sponsored content with them this week. And before I do it, I'm just going to test out these jeans because it is centred around denim. These are the cropped kick flare, I believe, but obviously not cropped on me. And then this t-shirt is just one of their plain £12 crew neck t-shirts. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but this is actually a cream t-shirt, it's not white. And I've never thought to try a cream t-shirt before, but I was trying on a pair of trousers actually earlier this week, and I put on a white t-shirt with them, and I just thought, oh, it was too like bright white and stark. So when I saw this cream t-shirt on Arquette, I was like, maybe cream would be a good alternative to white when you don't want that sort of like bright white look. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. I feel like a cream t-shirt is the t-shirt I never knew I needed. And then I'm wearing Muji trainers again, which I think you saw at the beginning of the week, and we're just going out for dinner, so I'm just going to pop on my trench, my COS trench that I always wear, and then probably use my Muji tote bag again. So yeah, nothing too exciting, but I quite like this. I like these jeans, they're quite flattering, I think.
They're lovely.
On my
it's a good look.
Commentary. I think they're good for my height. Hello, it's Friday today, and I've decided to put on a large floaty bright dress because, if I'm honest, I've had a bit of a funny week. I've not felt my best. I've just felt a bit out of sorts, and I touch on why in this week's vlog. So I thought to pep me up today, I'd put on a really nice dress. And I do this quite often when I've had a bit of a funny week or I just feel a little bit off. I'll put on something that peps me up and makes me feel a lot better and more confident about myself. This dress is from a brand called April Meets October. And if you followed my style for a while, you'll know that I'm such a big fan of just like large floaty dresses, and some might argue that they're not that flattering for my 5'3" frame, but it's stuff like this that I feel my most comfortable and confident in. So April Meets October is an LA based brand, and I believe all the clothes are made in LA as well. It's quite a small brand. They only do a handful of dresses, and they are about to do a small selection of trousers. And this dress is, I think it's 100% cotton, yeah, and it's really thick. It's actually quite a heavy dress, which I quite like because it lends itself, the weight of the fabric lends itself really nicely to the shape of the dress. And it's got pockets, which is fantastic. And what I love about this as well is, so obviously it's got a very sort of nostalgic, childlike feel to it, but the hem has been kept raw. Don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah, there you go. So the hem's been kept raw. I think that's a really nice contrast to the shape of the dress. And then I've just got on my house shoes, my flip-flops, which are pretty much the only shoes I wear around the house. And that's me for today. It's actually about to chuck it down outside, so this dress couldn't be less practical for the weather, but I'm just around the house for a few hours, so I thought this would be a nice way to just pep me up. It's Saturday now. I'm doing a talk this evening all about how I've made my hobby into a career, and I'm trying to pick out an outfit that kind of says I've got my shit together, but I don't want it to be too smart. So I've got on the Frankie Shop trousers again and the Muji trainers again, and then I've got this shirt on from Toast, but I'm just not sure if this, I don't know, something feels off. I don't know if this feels a little bit too like, I don't know, it's got this sort of like nautical kind of vibe, and I don't know if I like it. Ugh, I'm gonna quickly try another top. Right, I just cleaned the mirror because I realised it was absolutely filthy. I've put on this Margaret Howell jumper, but again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is right. I mean, it goes well with the trousers, but I'm not sure if it's right for tonight's event. So I'm gonna try another top. Okay, in a completely unexpected turn of events, I've changed the trousers and the top. I was just trying this stuff on for a project I'm doing with Uniqlo, and I was like, I quite like this outfit. Could be a good one for tonight. I might just pick a shoe that's got a heel, but I think this could be what I wear. So the top and the trousers are from Uniqlo. The belt is an old COS one, although I think they do this, sorry, I didn't even bother to take the label off. I think they do this style of belt most seasons. And then my shoes are my Martignano, or is it Marciano? I never know how to pronounce it. I'm going to say Martignano glove shoes, which I've had for, gosh, must be coming up to 3 years now. And I absolutely adore them still. Yeah, I think this could be the one. I'm just going to double check what sort of like heeled black shoe I've got. Don't even know why I was like, oh, let me check to see if I've got a black heeled shoe, because I don't wear heels, so clearly I'm not going to have any nice black heels. However, I do have these boots, which I got, they're originally from Acne, and I got them through Vestiaire Collective because I had lusted after these boots for ages, and I couldn't quite bring myself to buy them brand new because of the heel. I just wasn't sure I was going to get enough wear out of them. So I found them on Vestiaire Collective for a fraction of the price, and I've just kept hold of them. Even though I don't wear them a lot, I tend to crack them out in winter if I'm going out and I want to wear like a black heeled boot. They're pretty, like, they pretty much go with everything. Like, they're so plain, but I just quite like that the heel is squared. This is one of my favourite outfits for when I want to kind of dress casually but also want to feel a little bit put together and a little bit like, I still want to feel like me. I've got on this Arquette blazer, which I don't think they do anymore, which is such a shame because it's such a good oversized blazer. And then I've got a black t-shirt on underneath, which is also from Arquette. And then I'm wearing these Levi's ribcage jeans, which are exceptionally tight. I stopped wearing them for a while because they were so tight, and I did try the next size up, but the next size up felt too loose. And the women in Levi's assured me that they would stretch out, but I wore them quite a bit and just found they didn't stretch out that much, so I stopped wearing them. But I've decided to bring them back out again and just see if continuing to wear them will stretch them out. I don't wear denim very often because I don't feel like me in denim. I feel a little bit scruffy and I just don't necessarily always feel comfortable in denim. So when I do wear denim, I tend to wear either like dark colours or just like really plain denim. I avoid any sort of like distressing or customization or whiskering or anything like that. I just like them to be quite solid and clean. So these are just like a classic indigo colour with zero distressing or anything like that on. And then on my feet I'm wearing my Supergas that were a collaboration between Superga and Alexa Chung. They are probably about 1.5 years old now, which I know isn't old in the grand scheme of things, but I've worn them to death, so they're extremely battered. I think they are getting... This one's almost got a hole in the toe. But I love them so much and I can't like bear to like part ways with them. I might try put them in the washing machine and see if that revives them, but yeah, I still love them so much. And then I think I'm going to put on my Acne Musubi bag with this outfit. I just like how the white looks against the blazer and the jeans. So yeah, that's me. That's my final outfit for the week. It's Sunday now. Oh, I will just talk you through the jewellery that I wear every day actually, because I had a few questions in previous videos about where my rings were from, and I pretty much wear the same jewellery every day, so it might be helpful if I just go through it all. Okay, everyday jewellery. So, apologies for that mess in the background. I wear this, so this signet ring is from a Melbourne-based designer called, and the brand's called Line of Sun. And I discovered her when I was in Australia in December. I've worn this ring every day ever since. And then the gold band that I wear underneath it is from a London-based designer called Maya Magal. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I did a collaboration with her earlier this year, and their jewellery's so nice. It's quite minimal, but it's still like interesting, and she does some really lovely organic shapes. Yeah, Maya Magal, I think. I'll leave all the details below, but she has a store in Coal Drops Yard and one in Marylebone as well, I believe. And then this ring I wear on my pinky is from Row Copenhagen, and I guess you say that this is a signet as well, kind of. It's just a plain band with a square on it, and then there's a really small diamond hidden in the band. You probably won't be able to see it. And then as for earrings, so these earrings are actually new, and I bought these to replace my cos hoops that I wore every day for so long, but because they were relatively cheap, they have tarnished pretty quickly. So when I was at Copenhagen airport, I saw that they had a Maria Black pop up, and I've never shopped Maria Black before, but Lindsay was like, come on, let's go have a look, you'll really like it. And it was a very nice discovery, because I found these hoops and they are pretty much identical to the cos ones, exactly the same size. Obviously these are just slightly better quality, so yeah, really pleased with these. I've worn them every day since buying them, and yeah, they're going to be my everyday hoop. So yeah, that's my everyday jewellery, and that's me done for the week. That's my week in outfits. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was inspirational, or you took something away from it, or you just enjoyed watching it. I quite enjoyed putting it together. I do like talking through outfits, however boring they might be. This week's been a pretty casual one, so the outfits have been fairly simple, easy everyday outfits. Something I noticed when I was watching the clips back actually is that I didn't really talk about sizing, or like the sizes of things I was wearing. Let me know if that'd be beneficial, because some people do ask about sizing, and they ask if something runs true to size, or whether, like, what size I'm wearing. So yeah, let me know if that could be of use, or maybe it might be completely boring and unuseful and not necessarily to add in. But as always, thank you for watching, and yeah, comments and all that kind of thing is greatly appreciated.